In today's video, we're back, guys. We're back. So today is all about kind of explaining the future of this channel and the videos that are going to come up in the next weeks or months. Hopefully months. And we're back, yeah. So, I've decided to kind of cut the break a little bit short because I think 3 months was obviously way too much, if I'm being honest, anyway. And I don't want to hurt this channel any further than it's already been hurt. So I think from this video will go out on the Sunday following today. I'm actually recording this on the bank holiday Monday, so it'll be the Sunday on coming up, and then the following Sunday. So next week, from when you see this, we will actually have like a proper video and an actual an actual video on computer components. So that'd be nice. I haven't seen one of them for a while, have we? Not on this channel, anyway. I think it's good to be back. I mean, to be honest, I have missed it. I have been out for a little while. Mainly, it was just to kind of get myself settled in my new job. And I'm glad to report that everything's gone well on that side, and I'm settled in my job now. Been about a month now that I've been there, or just under a month. I think 3 weeks to be exact. But yeah, I feel settled now, and everything's going quite well. So and obviously I've got sign off from them to say that it's all okay for me to keep doing my YouTube, as well as obviously staying employed from them. So yeah, so in that sense, we're all green light and go, basically. I think we'll get back into it now, and I've obviously got some money in my pocket now as well, so that's also a help. And yeah, let's just give it another go and see if we can start building this channel up again. Because to be fair, the numbers haven't actually dropped off. I thought rapidly, like the numbers would rapidly go down actually, but it has actually still been fairly stable over the last 3 to 4 weeks that I've not actually posted. So that's actually, thanks guys for actually supporting me still, and actually still watching my videos, even though I actually haven't been uploading recently. So thanks for that. And there has been some really nice comments actually, and what have you. And looking at it now, I kind of think, I want to keep people coming in, and I want to keep hearing those comments from people and seeing that I actually am making a difference and helping people, because I think that's the big thing. I just want to help people in their buying decisions, or or even if they're just having problems with their computer and what have you. Because obviously what I do for work is IT support, and I just kind of want to use my knowledge and help people to kind of fix their problems, basically. Obviously, maybe not their life problems, but certainly their IT problems. Hey guys, if we could all fix our life problems, it would all be very lovely, but it doesn't always work that way. But anyway, everything's fine in my life at the moment, or at least, as fine as it can be anyway. Things are going good. Work's going okay. Work's going more than okay, and I'm happy with that. Feeling quite good myself, and in generally, very healthy, and everything from that side is all good. So what the basic plan is of the video is going to come up, and this is kind of my basic plan going forward anyway, is basically I'm going to have a budget of £250 per month that I'm going to spend. Now I have got some computer components actually sitting around, so we will obviously include that as we go along, and we'll kind of include them along. But we'll kind of try and have basically it's going to be, instead of the PC flipping, because obviously you guys kind of know that I was kind of doing more PC flipping. I'm kind of going to put that on the back burner now, to be honest, because I just don't feel that there's enough demand for PCs at the moment in terms of the flipping side, in terms of actually selling PCs for profit. I mean, for me personally, there's just not enough margin in it anymore, and there's not enough demand from customers for these PCs either. So we're going to leave that. But what we will do is concentrate on the YouTube side, and we'll concentrate more on the consumer side now. And I think that's kind of where a lot of people are going to be interested in anyway. So I think that's going to be fine to carry on like that. So the plan is, like I say, £250 per month that we will spend, and we're going to keep it to one PC. So obviously this PC is going to involve over the next, few months, or 3, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever we'll decide it's going to be. So we'll get like a base level. What I'm trying to do is get, certainly by the video that you see next week, or it'll probably be in like 2 weeks' time for me anyway. I'm trying to get an AM4 system together. We'll just get probably a Ryzen 5 4500, with a decent A520 motherboard, 16 gigabytes of RAM for DDR4, obviously. I've actually already got that kit, so that's fine. I've got a 1 terabyte NVMe drive, which is my personal one, so that'll be fine for the SSD. We actually do have a EVGA 600 watt power supply, a W11, I think it was called, or something. So that'll be fine for the power supply. And we've even got a couple of cases even that we haven't sold on from our PC flipping stuff. So we'll be able to get, certainly for the initial month, £250. We'll be able to get quite a nice PC. And in next week's video, this is a bit of a sneak preview for you guys. Once we have put that PC together, the graphics card is actually going to be an RTX graphics card. An RTX on this channel, an RTX graphics card. That's big. That's big for me. Woof, blowing the budget, I tell you. But no, yeah. Now, obviously, it's not going to be a 5070, guys. Let's not go crazy now, guys. But no, yeah. So it'll be an entry level one, of course, but I think it'll be pretty good. And it's kind of a graphics card that's been a bit controversial, and there's been a little bit of say about it, shall we say. Some people have kind of ridiculed it, if we will, but anyway, I think it's a half decent graphics card, and it's got RTX, hasn't it? So, but anyway, I won't say anything more than that. You'll have to wait for next week's video. So obviously, please hit that subscribe button so you'll be able to see that. But yeah, like I say, overall, the plan is we'll spend £250 per month, and the initial 250, like I say, is just to get that initial motherboard, CPU, and the graphics card up. Maybe I'll have a bit more spare as well to spend. And then what we'll do is we'll throw the PC into a different case now and again. So we'll probably look at 1 or 2 cases. This is probably over the next few months. Obviously, it depends, how things go and what have you. But we'll probably look at, obviously, some budget cases. We might even go from micro ATX up to ATX even, and then we might even look at some ATX cases, but I'm not sure about that yet. We'll see how that goes. Probably we'll upgrade the Ryzen 5 4500 up to, well, we'll see what the budget goes. Probably I would like to get up to the Ryzen 7 5700X3D, actually. That would be actually quite a nice target to get to. So we'll see how it goes. And what we'll do is, as well, to actually kind of help us on this kind of journey to kind of build up this PC. Yeah, what we'll do is, basically, like, if we sell like the graphics card or whatever component, we can obviously use that money that we get back to obviously reinvest back into actually the PC again. So obviously, it might not work out fantastic, because obviously if you're trying to upgrade the PC, then obviously you're selling like a PC component which is probably a little bit less in value, and then obviously having to try and upgrade to actually spend more. So it might not work out perfectly, but we'll just play it by ear to see how far potentially we might be able to push the PC up a little bit. Now, yes, I'm not going to go anything mad. It's not going to be like an AM5 absolute ultra build, like with an RTX 5090 or whatever. I don't even know. I mean, the absolute top end stuff I really don't even look at, to be honest, guys. It's kind of crazy and blows my mind that people spend that sort of money. But anyway, we'll try and work our way up. I mean, certainly on the graphics card side, I would certainly like to get up to certainly something like a 4070. I think would be a good aim. An RTX 4070. Maybe even like an RX Is it 9070? I can't remember what the latest one is on that one. They've come out with some new graphics cards. I think even there might even be like a 9060 or something now. I don't know exactly know, but I think that one, I think they're around. Well, the MSRP was around sort of 350 or something I saw for that one. I think it's my I can't remember exactly what it was now, the exact model, but anyway, it would be nice to get up to that sort of like 300, £350 graphics card sort of area. Maybe, like I say, 150 to £200 on the CPU side, and we'll just see. Like I say, we'll just see over the next 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 months of how far we could actually build this PC up. So I think it'll be an interesting experiment, and it kind of give you guys maybe something to kind of think about as well, because you might be in the position of you might have a sort of aging AM4 build, which you're kind of thinking to yourself, well, I do want to upgrade it. So what are kind of my paths to go down in the upgrade route? And obviously, the one really great thing with AM4 is that it is really upgradable, and that's the real kind of bonus, I think, and the real kind of appeal of AM4, and that's why I want to start off with an AM4 system. Because I was thinking of going like really low and then try and build up, but I think it's just not going to be worthwhile because it's going to take too much time to like build up from like a fourth gen i5 system or something. It's going to just take too much time to build that up. So we'll just start off with AM4 because I think it's just a good platform to start off with, and it's fairly accessible for most people. Like, let's take an A520 motherboard, 50 quid. Let's take the Ryzen 5 4500, 50 quid, or round about there. Slap in 16 gigabytes of RAM, 30 quid, maybe 25 quid. And there you go, guys. 125 quid, and you've got a respectable platform there to actually build your PC upon. So, and obviously if you've got maybe like a power supply hanging around that you can use, which is maybe 600 watt or somewhere around there, brilliant. You can obviously take that from a different system. And obviously if you've got an SSD from an older system, you can take that as well. And you're almost there already. You only need a case and a graphics card, then you're away. So yeah, I think it will be a nice little experiment to see how things go, and it will be kind of a bit of a different way of looking at it, rather than having to buy a PC to obviously flip. Because also part of what I was having a problem with was, like I said, is that I brought the parts for maybe like 2 or 3 PCs, and obviously those PCs had to be fairly low spec to actually get enough parts together. Because I didn't want to spend like £1,000 or something ridiculous all in one go to actually get those parts together. So and then obviously once you've got those parts and you've put the PCs together and you've got 2 or 3 of those PCs, you obviously need to sell them to actually release that money again. So that's also another problem with the PC flipping side, is that you're essentially, you're kind of hands tied, until you can actually sell the PCs. That money is all tied up and you can't release it. Where if I take one component at a time out of the PC, out of the main PC that we're building, if it sells, great, and I can use that money. If it doesn't, then we just keep it, and then we maybe look at a different component that we can upgrade at the time. So I think it will work really well, actually. And I would like your comments in the obviously comments below. Just let me know what you think. If you think that's a nice little idea, and like I say, I will stick to a £250 per month budget that we'll spend. But obviously, the great thing, with PCs is obviously that they are upgradable. So potentially, if we get to like the fourth month and we've got potentially £1,000 into that PC, we're going to get some actual proper hardware here. So we could do it. We could actually get up to some proper serious hardware here. So I don't know whether I would be brave enough to spend £500 on a graphics card, admittedly, but we could certainly get up to good levels. I don't know whether, like I said, I don't know whether I'd be comfortable spending that sort of money, but certainly I think £300, £400 graphics cards is probably not too far off, and we could do it over a certain amount of months and time. And like I say, we will stick to a very small budget, because that's what I can afford monthly from obviously my paycheck every month. So as essentially just leftover money that I've got to spare, so I can have a bit of fun and mean, let's be fair, like 250 quid isn't really going to get you far nowadays. So it's not like I can save that money up for a mortgage, is it, guys? So I may as well just spend it. Let's be honest. I may as well just spend it on this YouTube channel, have some fun. It's the way I see it, anyway. I mean, probably financial advisor would tell me it's stupidly, you spend your money stupidly, but I don't care. I'm never going to save enough for a mortgage, so I really don't care now. That's kind of the millennial. That's kind of like the millennial attitude, isn't it? Like, it's like we're never going to get a house anyway, so sod it. Let's just do what we want. That's my opinion, anyway. But in one way, it's kind of sad saying that because I'm never going to afford a house. But yeah, it's just a reality, isn't it? You're just not going to nowadays. But anyway, let's not get too negative. This video was supposed to be a very positive video, and you know, I want to come back and I want to actually give you guys content, and I want to give you guys you know, something to actually have every week. I mean, I will try weekly uploads. That will be the aim. Obviously, with a £250 budget, there might not be weekly uploads. It might only be like 2 or 3 videos that I might be able to get with the budget. It depends how we go and what we buy and what have you, and what sort of other ideas I can fit in. I might now and again put in the odd video which is maybe totally away from this initial idea, but I think I will try and stick to this idea as much as I can. I think it's a decent idea. I think it's certainly a plan to build a YouTube channel over and see how far we can sort of like kind of run it up, sort of thing, but not like as in PC flipping running it up, but it will kind of be like how far can we run a one PC setup with upgrades, and how far can we go. So I think it'll be good. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited by this, and you know, at least it does give you content, and obviously it gives me content to put out, so I can obviously grow this channel, which is what I want to do. And hopefully one day this YouTube channel might actually bring back some kind of half decent money, but you never know. I mean, obviously I'm going to have to massively increase the views on this channel and really push it to actually get anywhere decent with this channel. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it is a bit of a shame that we're not going to do PC flipping anymore, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just have to accept that there isn't a market there and move on, and it is what it is. But like I say, I think we will be able to go a fair way with this sort of idea, and especially as we can sell one part to actually build up if we really want to. You know, if we want to build up that PC really big time, we could sort of sell the parts to actually reclaim the money back, and then obviously reinvest that money back into the next month and what have you. So like I say, I think it will be an interesting idea, and we'll see how far we can go with it. And I hope you want to actually join us for that, guys. So yeah, that's all I have for this video, guys. I'll see you next week, basically. And please like the video for the algorithm. Please subscribe to see my obviously future videos which are going to come up. And please comment on what you actually think of this sort of idea, and if you think there's potential in it. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.